What's going on everyone, it's cummina here and I'm back again this week with another video from The Division, and in this week's video it's again the vendor reset, so I'll be bringing you all my recommendations from around the world of The Division. So keep watching the video to find out what's on sale this week and what my recommended items are for picking up. So in the base of operations in the gear vendor this week, we do have a prototype performance mod here, which does come with a 4.5% pulse duration. So if you're ever in a build that's got the pulse and you do want it to last that a little bit longer, then you have this prototype performance mod here that you can collect, and that will complement your build very nicely.
No problem. I'll see you later.
In the weapons vendor in the base of operations this week, there is a military MK46 here, which is the light machine gun. It does come with 12% damage to targets out of cover, and looking at its talents here, which are not too bad, it does come with unforgiving, competent and ferocious on there as its talents. Obviously with competence you need to be mindful of the electronics requirements that's needed with this gun, and obviously unforgiving does acquire quite a high amount of stamina, but shouldn't be a problem to hit. But if LMGs is your thing, or if you're just looking for one just for that PvE type of build, then it's not a bad weapon that you can collect here this week. Also as well, there is an Amiga rifle suppressor here. Unfortunately it has got accuracy there in its second slot on the major attributes, which would be great if that was replaced with critical hit damage, but it does come with 17.5% headshot damage, as I said, 2% accuracy and 3% critical hit chance. It does have its minor attribute then as plus 46% reduced threat. In the advanced weaponry vendor in the base of operations this week, there is only one thing worth actually talking about, and it's the custom M870 MCS. Now this used to be, the M870 used to be one of the most powerful shotguns back in the last update on the game, and I have seen a lot of people still running with them at the moment. This one has got 310% stagger on it. It does come with swift there, so reloading is 25% faster. Competent then as its second talent, and then unforgiving there in its third slot. Obviously I would recommend rolling away swift there and maybe looking to put responsive in its place, and if you can reach that electronics requirement there for competence as well, you have got a fairly decent shotgun that you can use should that be your thing. At the special equipment vendor in the terminal this week, we do obviously have our same exotic named weapons with the Historian, Centurion, Casti, Pacan and Liberator. Last week we did see a very good set of exotic weapons that you could have collected. If you haven't though at the moment and you do have any of these weapons, then I would just definitely recommend just checking them out compared to what you have this week, and if they are any better. Just one worth to notice here is just the Historian, 151% headshot damage, which is a little bit on the low side, probably a bit mid-tier. It does come with brutal, deadly, and then the history repeats as its third talent there, so not overall a bad Historian, but again not great either. Just looking through these items this week as well, there's not a too bad reckless chest piece here. 1265 on firearms, 6% skill haste and 5.5% enemy armor damage. It has got that minor attribute on there, there's 25% increased kill XP. Not a bad chest piece here. I just recommend rolling away that minor attribute there to ammo capacity, and you've not got a too bad reckless chest piece that you can collect. Just looking through the other gear set items here, there's nothing really again worth looking at. There is a pair of savage gloves here, 1192 on stamina, 1144 on shotgun damage, 2447 on pistol damage, 4% health on kill. Not a great set of savage gloves, to be honest. There has been better ones out there. Just looking at the mods that are available this week, there is 237 on stamina, 1% critical hit chance, and then we just have the prototype performance mod there, 6.5% support station range. In Dante's Run safe house this week, there is a prototype performance mod here which does come with 7% ballistic shield health. So this is the health that it actually adds to the ballistic shield. So if you do run with that defense build, or if you are looking specifically to do the new incursion, then this prototype performance mod does come in very handy for that extra health that it gives to your shield.
Don't be shy.
So over in the cavern safe house this week, if you do a run with that pulse and you've got your critical hit chance quite high and you're looking for that extra critical hit damage, then you do have the prototype performance mod here, which does give you plus 2% pulse critical hit damage. So a great way to add that extra critical hit damage on top of your build, just to get it that a little bit higher here. Over in Camp Hudson this week, so it's the first sort of safe area that you spawn into when you start the game, there is a very nice prototype firearms mod here, which comes with plus 260 as its firearms, so on the high end, and it does come with a 3% skill haste, so a very nice prototype firearms mod here. So if you are looking for that glass cannon build, or something just a little bit more in terms of firearms on your build, then it's a great one here that you can collect. Over in the Ward safe house this week, there is a prototype firearms mod here, 252 on firearms, and it does come with 2.5% exotic damage resilience. Over in the firewall safe house this week, again, we do have another pair of Savage gloves. This time they're rolled on electronics at 217, so ideally you'd always want these on firearms. They do come with 1278 shotgun damage, 4% health on kill, and then 5.5% critical hit chance. But if you are looking for a pair of Savage gloves anyway, and you just want to roll them, then there is another pair, like I said, here this week for sale. Over in East 58th Street, which is your DZ8 vendor, there is a nimble holster for sale here this week. 1122 on firearms, 1223 on stamina, 1180 on electronics. It does come with 7,266 there on health, so not a too bad nimble holster if you are looking for one. However, like I said in last week's video, when there was a nimble holster available, please be aware that nimble is changing, so it's not actually going to fill your health up now straight away for every 1 meter you run cover to cover. It is actually going to gradually fill your health up over the same distance, I believe, but it is available on the patch notes that have been released this week, and it is also being changed in the current PTS that is live. So I would expect within the next couple of weeks, when 1.6.1 does drop, that obviously nimble will be adjusted, so just bear that in mind if you have one or if you're looking to purchase this one. Over in East 53rd Street, which is your DZ6 vendor this week, there is a prototype stamina mod here at 255 in stamina, and it does come with 1% critical hit chance as its major attribute, so not a bad prototype stamina mod here that you can look to collect. Over in East 46th Street, which is your DZ5 vendor this week, we do have another nimble holster. This one is at 1225 in terms of stamina, and it does come with a 6% skill haste. In West 31st Street, which is your DZ1 vendor this week, we have a military Scar H here, 147% in headshot damage, which is on the low side there, but it does come with Prepared, Unforgiving, and then Harmful there in the free slot, which is great because you could look to roll away Harmful for anything that you would like. Maybe Competent would be something that might be good in there as an extra talent, but yeah, not a too bad rifle. It's not the best in terms of the maximum rifle classes, and are definitely a lot more powerful ones out there, but if you did want to try something different, then yeah, not a bad set of talents that you could have on that weapon. Also as well, there's a prototype electronics mod here, 258, so it's on the high end in terms of electronics, and it does come with 3% signature ability resource gain as its major attribute. In West 53rd Street, which is your DZ6 vendor this week, we do have a prototype performance mod here, which does come with 5.5% first aid self-heal. Now, there is an LVOAC here, 23% enemy armor damage, but don't get too excited, the talents on it are absolutely awful. It does come with Swift, Commanding, and then Self-Preserve there as its last talent, so not the best of talents that you can have on this weapon. However, if you do want to pick it up, then I just recommend rolling away commands in there and just trying to make this into a PvE assault rifle, and it may not be too bad. Now, that is it in terms of the vendor reset this week, and in terms of my recommendations on what I think you could pick up. Now, it's not been the best again in terms of the vendor reset, but it has dominated in mods, and there's some great ones out there that you can collect. Don't forget as well, the PTS is currently ongoing for all people on a PC, and the 1.7 PTS, when that comes later on this year, that'll be available to PC and console players. Ubisoft have put out the patch notes for the week 1 of the PTS, so you can get that on the official Division forums or on their Twitter page. And if you do head over to Twitch, there's a lot of streamers on there that you can also watch that are currently playing on the PTS, and I'm sure they'll answer any questions that you may have on what's going on. Anyway, agents, thanks for watching this week's vendor reset video. Now, if you did enjoy the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you next week in the vendor reset. Thanks for watching. Take care.